my.
How's it going, everyone? Sorry about that. Was driving. There's just too many people around. Too many people here, there, everywhere. Just absolutely crazy. Hope everyone's doing good. Sorry for that lousy beginning. I wasn't talking. I was driving. Hope everyone's doing okay on this Monday, March 12th. 2018 for the Loom Show. Welcome to the Loom Show with your host, the Illuminator. Trying to get a better parking spot here as soon as everyone decides to leave. Trying to anyway. No idea what's going on, if anything's going on. Just absolutely crazy. Absolutely horrible, crazy. I don't know. See if I can find a different spot here. I'm gonna try to find a different spot here. Grab you guys like this for a second as I'm backing up here, looking for a better parking spot. Not sure if I'm going to find one or not. Maybe right here. Hopefully everything will be on the up and up, or the down and down, all around town. Things are good, things are good. Let's just back in over here. Something like this. Makes a big difference. Yes. Like that. Now we should be good. We should be good to go. We'll see what happens. Don't you know?
Oh my.
Forgot to shut that off, as usual. Something like that. Bear with me. Sorry guys. Hey, drunken one, how you doing? Jen Henderson is here. Hello. What's up? Things are okay. It's another Monday. We're waiting for the storm. It's gonna hit tonight sometime. They're saying my area is gonna get hit sometime after 10 p.m. Can't take it. More snow. I mean, we're in March already, and we're already getting ready for spring. And then we have this wonderful snowstorm hitting that could give us anywhere between, I don't know, they're saying it could be as little as 3 inches. It could be as much as a foot. I don't know. I hate it. I'll tell you right now, I hate it. My New York accent's coming out. I hate it. But what are you going to do? It's going to stay kind of on the cool side for a little while, so it's not going to warm up again until like a week from now, so it's going to be very slow to melt. But we have the worst snowstorms in March. Yes, we had snow. Yes, we had bad weather. Yes, we lost power. I'm not looking forward to it happening again. What is wrong with my collar? You know, when you're heavy and you're big and you're fat like me and you wear these gigantic clothes, everything looks like it's just, it hangs there. But how's everyone doing? You guys still here? I know I was trying to find a better parking place so I can ride on this free Wi-Fi at work without actually going to work, without actually going in the buildings. I wanted to be in this little pocket of Wi-Fi that's in the middle of this parking lot. And I hope everyone's still here. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. Says I have 3 people here. That's great. Got my decaf here. My styrofoam cup. Styrofoam cups, I just throw them away. I don't need no travel mug or anything like that. They leak all over the place anyway. Maybe just the ones I have leak. I don't know. No matter where I get them. And then you got to wash them out. And who wants any of that? Who wants any of that baloney? That girl was Korean. There was a girl just drove by. I would swear she was Korean. I could usually tell. When it comes from girls that are Asian, I can usually tell. Around here, we get a lot of Cambodians around here. Not too many Koreans. A lot of Chinese. But yeah, she looked... What did I just say? She looked Korean. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be that kind of a Monday. I can't remember anything. So what's up, guys? You guys still here? No one's typing anything. I might not even be online anymore. Who knows, right? Who knows? Can't tell. Can't tell. Oh, now we went. Okay, now. See, I was in a lag over there. Sorry, I wasn't seeing all this stuff. It's the free Wi-Fi, I'm telling you. Frankie, welcome. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. There's a bear with me. Is there a bear with me? I don't know. Is there a bear with me? Jen says can't stay long. Oh, Jen, that's like one of my favorite things. Burgers and hot dogs. Oh, send some this way. Renee, welcome. Good to see you. Leon Survival Playground. How are you? What up? What up? Hey, things are going good. Thanks for being here. You look good in construction. Yeah, this one, I'll tell you, I like to have different ones. These flannel shirts that I wear, long story made short, I like to have different colors because I'm one of those people that I try to match the colors a little bit, only so people can think I have half a brain. Let me go this way, because when I go this way, I get kind of, because of this light, I get kind of in the dark. I can't see my face, and I want to know if I have a booger hanging out of my nose or something. You know what I'm talking about? I think people do, you know. I don't know why my accent, coming in this New York accent, come back. I can't get rid of it. But anyway, I like to have orange, wearing an orange shirt, a little bit of orange. I can also wear this with white or gray, and I'm all ready to go. But thank you very much. Michigan, man, Rob. Hey, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper, Rob. Get to the chopper. He's back. Leon's Survival Playground said they say styrofoam and hot contents are not good. You're probably right. You're probably right. Oh, people are here. People are good. Jen probably left. She's taking care of all that food. I'm over here. What did I eat today? I had a small little piece, a half of a BLT grinder. We call it a grinder around here. A submarine sandwich, a sub. I had half of a BLT sub. It was pretty good, but I'll tell you, I'm trying to eat a little bit less. And I wouldn't exactly say I'm starving right now, but I'm trying to, do the water. That's why I forgot to get the water out of the back. Got a big brick of water in the back. Those 16.9 ounce bottles. And, I got my car still. I'm going to shut this off. Shut that off just for a minute. Got to get my car into the shop again. Every time I want to bring it, we got snow coming and I don't want to bring it. You know what I mean? And I think you do. I don't know. It'll pass. It'll pass. But yeah, I'm back. Michigander, man. Hard-working man. Like Lou says, sometimes there's something to be said about hard work. And I wouldn't know. I work 50 hours a week, but I try to work smart, not work hard. That's my thing. I try to have the knowledge of knowing what to do and when to do it and how to do it. And sometimes you do things that made it look like you worked hard, but you just worked smart. So there's something about that too. That's all good. Ron Buckley, welcome. Hey, Ron, thanks a lot for that video. I got about halfway through it. My mother came over, and I never got back to it. I'm going to get back to that video because you are 100% right. That is my type of video. I didn't put a comment on it because I didn't watch the whole thing yet. But that is my type of video. Shorty Calvert, welcome. Hey, I like your picture. Welcome to the stream. I don't think you've been here before, but welcome. Meet the guys and girls. Got a good group over here. And if I say anything that offends anybody, I'm joking around, but if please let me know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but I appreciate everyone here. I have a good radio voice, well, thank you very much, Leon Survival Playground. We're coming up on, we're coming up on 2:36 right now, and going to be back with the weather in a minute, but I'll give you the weather right now. It's going to be crappy for the next 2 days with this snow that we're getting. I should be one of those shock DJs over there. Hey, thanks. You were just listening to Michael Jackson's Beat It. Coming up next, we have Rod Stewart with Have I Told You Lately, right here on WJJJ. I don't know. WJJD. Sorry, I'm having fun. Ron, that was a great video. I am going to get back to it tonight. I have a whole list of videos that I put on a watch list. I mean, I named it like videos I want to watch, and I'm going to get back to everything today at work. I'm hoping it's not going to be too extremely busy, and I'll just keep everything going on my my janitor cart. But yeah. Hey, Silvio Gamer Simulator Games. I have a problem saying that name. That's me. That's not you, bro. But always good to see you. Sorry, I'm trying to stabilize my cell phone as I'm filming this, and I'm kind of all over the place. I apologize. I didn't get my good tripod. I still got the crappy one here, and it's just it wobbles all over the place. So I figured I would hold it. I would hold it. But yeah, I would watch that station. Thanks, Rob. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, some of these stations now, and I was talking about this recently with Ron Buckley last week, the week before. Some of these stations around this country, I don't know how they choose these songs. They'll put us, like, they'll have Kiss, and then after that, they'll put a Justin Bieber song. So I mean, it's like, whoa, like, these two music should never mingle. I mean, you have something like Queen, and then after that, they'll put Beyonce, and then Michael Jackson, and then, you know, and then who's that other one there? Kesha or something. I mean, like, oh, I don't know, this fusion music channels, more and more of them popping up. Not my type of thing, I'm telling you. I like, you know, there should be, you know, 80s or 80s and 90s or 70s, 80s and 90s, 50s and 60s. Certain things can mingle, but Leon says, start doing podcasts. It may hit. You do have the voice and good flowy speech. Well, if I put my mind to it, I always said, and this is good advice for anyone. I mean, seriously, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. And I know that sounds like such a cliche, but people say they don't have time to work out, and yet they'll spend 6 hours on social media. People say they don't have time to eat, and yet they're at the computer for 4 hours. You know, people don't have time to make coffee at home, but they'll sit in line for, 6 minutes at the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, you gotta make the best of your time here. And the honest truth is, like I said, if you set your mind to it, you can accomplish almost anything. Whether or not I would ever become an astronaut, I probably wouldn't want to, but if I set my mind to it, I probably could have did it, because if you want it bad enough, it'll happen. It'll happen. Did somebody just... Oh, it's just I got a little, sorry. Something popped up over here from the electric company, National Grid, we have over here, and letting us know that in case there's any problems, they have hundreds of people standing by. And I lost power last week for almost 3 full days, and I don't want to see that again. But I appreciate Leon. I appreciate that, and it's very true. If people want something, they can have it. All they got to do is work for it. I'm just going to open up my windows a little bit here, because I shut the car off, but now it's getting kind of stuffy. In the Lucy Cruise, I call my SUV the Lucy Cruise. I name all the vehicles that I have. Silvio Gamer Simulated Games, I like your channel a lot. It's really good. Michigander Man, thanks for being here. Have a great day. I appreciate you being here. Ron says, back and down in Florida, they play Godsmack, then Wham. Yeah. Wake me up before you go, 'cause I am... Yo, you know that one. But anyway. Ron, they are predicting weather-wise, they are saying that the snow is going to start sometime after dark, and then it's going to pick up really heavy around after 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight. Right around the time I'm leaving work, it's going to pick up heavier, and then it's going to go full-blown heavy until tomorrow afternoon. But they're saying all in all, it's going to dump anywhere between tonight, the overnight hours, tomorrow morning, it's going to dump anywhere between, they're saying, it depends on the area, 3 inches all the way up to a foot. They don't know. My area, I'm probably going to be right in the middle somewhere. I mean, I'm hoping to get a lot less than 6 inches, but I mean, sometimes they say we're going to get a lot, we get a little. Sometimes they say it's going to be a dusting and you wake up and it's 6 inches on the ground. I'm just, at this point, I know it's going to get warm again in a few days, 5 days or whatever. It's going to be in the, like, upper 30s, lower 40s for the next 3-4 days, but it's still going to take probably a week for most of this to melt away if we get too much. And I'm just so up to my eyeballs in snow. I'm just so sick of having to I'm sick of dealing with it. And I keep saying this, and I apologize, but I'm not a winter person. I'm not a snow person. I can deal with the cold more than I can deal with the snow. And I'm ready for spring. I've been ready for spring since summer. Oh, I'll tell you, I'm just, I mean, fall was terrible for me. I knew winter was coming, and we never know what we're going to get. We get some type of snow a lot, but sometimes we get a lot of snow, sometimes we don't. Providence school systems canceled. Okay, I got that too. Got another text update. Sorry about that. But yeah. Hey, Sharon, how are you? How's everything? How's Gary doing? I know he said he was feeling under the weather. I haven't seen him on YouTube lately. Sharon says, I used to work in radio. It's all programmed according to what the powers that be think will up the ratings. Now I listen to Sirius. Yeah, it's like, I learned, like, I had an iPod, and it doesn't charge. I gotta get, I know they say a smartphone can become an iPod, you can put all your music on your smartphone, but I just gotta find a way to do that it won't take up all the memory, of my cell phone. But I'm just better off just programming getting all the MP3s of the music off my iTunes or whatever that I like to listen to, and just make a huge playlist of all that. I mean, I don't mind some of the newer stuff once in a while, but certain stuff, if I'm in the mood for 80s, I don't want them sneaking in a song from 2010 in there, you know? I mean, certain stuff for the 80s was okay, but like I said, certain things shouldn't mingle. I don't want to hear Justin Bieber mixed in with Michael Jackson, or, you know, I don't want to hear Three Dog Night and then something by, Jennifer Love Hewitt or something, you know, some obscure thing that, I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't know. I got 6 people in here, and I'm appreciative of every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions for me, I will do my best to answer. If you have anything that you'd like to talk about, don't feel ashamed to write it. We got a good group here always, and when someone gets a little rowdy, I boot them right out. People ask why I don't have any moderators. Well, when you only average 10 people in a live stream, I don't think there's any need for it, because I keep an eye on that stuff. The fact that I'm a moderator on a lot of different channels. So I'm just going to rub my eye a little bit. But, you know, I didn't think I needed any mods, but if the need happens, I don't want to put anybody on the spot to think they have to be here. For a short time, I was moderator of a channel that I kind of felt obligated that being a mod was probably in my best interest to try to be there when he was doing things. And, I mean, it's hard because I was usually at work and I wasn't able to be there all the time. And I'm like, this person didn't have a lot of mods, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I kind of felt obligated, so I never want to put that on anybody that they feel they need to watch me. My thing has always been, if you want to watch me, watch me. If you can't, you can't, and no hard feelings. I used to promote these a lot more, but sometimes I really don't know until that day or 15 minutes before I go live, I'll make the final decision. So I don't want to promote something and then rescind it, you know what I mean? Shambhala was the best song, Three Dog Night. I don't think enough people talk about Three Dog Night. And, I mean, there's certain groups and certain bands that, you know, they were relegated to a certain time frame. But then, you know, just because nothing new happens or they break up or whatever, doesn't mean that they're forgotten about in my eyes anyway. 16 gigabytes is 2,500. Drunken, is it really that? Because I have 64 gigabyte on my internal memory, and then I have a 64 gigabyte memory card. So I can really put 2,500 songs on 16 gig. Like, just hook my phone up with the USB cord to my PC at home, and then just move everything over that I want to move over from iTunes. Is it that simple? I mean, I could probably learn from another YouTube video or something, but if it's that simple, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, even if I could get 1,000 songs on here, that would, I mean, just picking 1,000 songs would be hard for me, because I don't even know if I have that many favorites. You know, if I can even get 20 songs on here that I like, would be great. I thought it takes up, like, you know, 3 or 4 songs would be a gig, I thought. I don't know why I thought that. I'm probably 100% wrong. But come to think of it, one of my coworkers, nice guy, 30-year-old kid. I say 30-year-old kid because now 30 is a kid to me. You know, when you're 43 years old, 30 sounds so young. When I was 30, I thought I was on top of the world. But 30-year-old kid has this phone, and he said he had a 64 gigabyte card, and I mean, he had like the best music. I mean, certain times we're doing projects, certain times of the year we're stripping down floors, stripping the wax off floors, or we're shampooing carpets or whatever. And he'd hook his cell phone up to the speakers that he had gotten, these $100 speakers that he got for a song, and the music choices were, I mean, they were all over the place, but they were all good songs. So hey, it was his music, but it's like 90% of what he played I knew, and you know, I should have known right then and there that if he had all of this music on his cell phone, that it must not take up that much memory. But then again, when you make videos like me, that takes up a lot of memory. So I'm constantly downloading them. I should say uploading them off. Uploading? No. I download them to my computer, and I don't download, upload. I put them on my PC and get them off my memory card so I can free up space. Maybe someday I'll have some type of a better system to do this, but since I'm just starting out, I've only been here a couple of months, this is the way I do it now. And I just want to back up everything that way in case something happens. I can always... hey, East Dad, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. I just have a way of... in case something happened to my channel, I didn't want to lose all my content. Now, one of my good friends on here, Bottom O, used to be Bottom O YouTube. Now he's just Bottom O. Bottom O is... he's going to be in trouble someday by his own admission, because he said he's going to, if he ever loses his channel, he doesn't have anything backed up. So if that happens, he loses everything. A lot of people are in that boat. Now, I'm terrified of that happening. So if that is the case, for me, I could upload everything again onto a new channel. That's just me. I'm paranoid about everything. It's like I'm one of those guys that keeps all my old bills for 3 years before I shred anything, and just in case. Hey, Mark Jones, how are you? Bottom O is now calling himself Big Time. Oh, I didn't know. East Dad said at work, 1.5 hours to go. Come to say hi. I'm like, hey, East Dad, thanks. I appreciate you showing up, man. I'll be on your channel very, very soon. You're on my short list of people that I visit. Appreciate you very much. Mark Jones, thanks for being here. I appreciate you too. I got to catch up on, and I said this recently, but on my YouTube, I got very behind in a lot of the stuff that I would watch almost religiously. Certain channels I watch almost religiously. Other channels I watch a little less religiously, but they're still on my short list. And there's other channels that I pop in here or there if they're having live streams or whatever that I don't know as much. But I have these different levels. But there's certain people who are 100% people that I care about and watch their content. And ever since I lost power a little over a week ago, East Dad, thank you so much, man. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night, have a good day. I know you're probably in a different time zone. Have a good day. It's not night yet. I don't want to wish the day away, but certain people, Mark Jones, I have to admit, your stuff is very uniquely interesting. And like you had said in that video last week and a half ago, you know, I try to watch stuff that I like. I try to watch stuff that pertains to me, or that I'm entertained by, or stuff that can educate me, or that interests me. And a lot of stuff, I mean, that's the way it should be. I shouldn't have to be forced to watch people because people, you know, some people, they almost force you to watch. If they could force you to watch, you know what I mean? It's like some people, they're so aggressive in the way that they are, like, hey, make sure you watch my whole video because I need all of this and I need all of that and the watch time. And somebody once said that to me, could you make sure you watch my whole video next time? I'm saying, like, well, how do you know I didn't watch your whole video? I don't know. That being said, I got to catch up on everything. When we lost power, a whole bunch of stuff I have gotten behind on, I haven't caught up yet. But the fact that we got some bad weather coming tomorrow, if at all we don't lose power, I just want to make sure that I have all these videos that I want to catch up on. I put them all on a playlist. And I'm just going to have them run. And I try to comment every time I watch somebody's video or live stream, especially videos though. I try to comment to say that I'm there, that I was there, that I watched, just so they know, because just hitting the like button isn't enough sometimes. They don't know it was me that hit the like button. It's not like it has a, I don't think so anyway, it doesn't have a whole bunch of, well, these are the people that liked your video, and these are the 3 trolls that didn't like it. So I'm going to catch up on everything eventually. It's like sleep, though. You don't really catch up. You just kind of eventually almost catch up. I don't have a generator, Sharon. I live in an area where we really don't lose power, but we did. Hey, Killer Shark Gaming, my boy, what's up? Probably at work. I know I'm at work waiting to go to work, but Killer Shark works. He's a hard-working man. But my area doesn't lose power. The lights blink once in a while. We'll lose power during a hurricane for a day. But when we lost power for almost 3 days without heat and everything, it sucked. Killer Shark is at work. I had a feeling. Appreciate it, Killer. Thanks for dropping by. Eric the Furry, welcome. How are you? How come do I still have my internet connection is getting spotty at best over here, which is not the greatest way that I like to run my channel, unfortunately. Trying to get everything back into the swing of things. Phone's getting super hot here, but we'll try that. Appreciate all the new people that have been here today, that are still here, some of them. I appreciate everyone that takes time out to check out my live stream. I know I'm getting choppy over here as my internet connection goes back to Wi-Fi. I apologize. Hopefully everything will be okay. I don't know why this Wi-Fi is giving me problems. Everything's getting all crazy. It snowed where you are, Eric. Oh, we got that coming tomorrow. Actually, tonight. It's supposed to hit sometime tonight. Unfortunately. I wonder why everything is so choppy all of a sudden. Did it all connect back? Did it connect back? I don't know. Maybe. My phone's getting red hot. That sucks, though. Too much going on over here. Trying, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss. I don't know why I can't get this Wi-Fi back on. Oh, there it is. Very good. Sorry, guys. Mark says I don't always leave comments either. Sometimes I listen to YouTube like a radio, so the next video just plays. Yeah, that's exactly what I think I'm going to have to do with these playlists. Here we go again. Sorry about that, guys. My internet connection is choppy at best now for some reason. The Kentucky Hillbilly, hola. ¿Qué pasa? If I thought I had a white thing in my mustache. It's just a white hair. Ellen's HS Journey, welcome. Got some newbies here today. I appreciate you guys coming by, you guys and girls coming by. I'm having some internet problems right now for some reason. I apologize. But by all means, get to know everyone. We got a good group in here. Hopefully everything is going to be okay. I don't know. Everything is slow with my phone right now, so I apologize. Kentucky Hillbilly says, I just got done with Spanish in the police academy. Oh, cool. Police academy. Hey, that's tough. I have a lot of respect for that. I mean, my dad went through that. I'm not. I would have been if I had gone to the academy. If I had wanted to be a police officer, I would have been third generation. My father and his father were both police officers, and I never actually had that in me, and I knew my limitations, and I had a feeling that, sorry, I'm just closing my windows here. I had a feeling that that would be something that I wouldn't be good at, so I didn't. But I think deep down inside, my father was a little disappointed that I didn't follow in his footsteps, but he knew also that just wasn't the type of guy that I was. I was more of a computer guy. I used my brain for math and stuff, and it just, I don't think it wouldn't have worked out. I'm just not a police officer type guy, but that academy is something that anyone that goes through that is going to be tops in my book. Stingray, welcome, brother. How you doing? I know you said something about not feeling well. I hope you're doing okay. Jen Henderson said, I'm back. Had to feed the family and myself before I get back to yard work. Yard work. You know, the only yard work I'm going to be doing tomorrow is shoveling snow. I want spring so bad. Good to see you, Stingray. Kentucky Hillbilly says, my fastest mile was 5 minutes and 16 seconds. My fastest when I was a lot lighter, which was about 100 pounds, 120 pounds lighter than I am now. My fastest mile was about 7.5 minutes. So yeah, that's fast for me, because I couldn't get anywhere close to that in my older age. Definitely not. But hey, Ron's still here. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, there's a lot of Stingray. I believe me, real life takes precedence always. And there's a lot of my YouTube friends, and I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a small percentage of my YouTube friends and my YouTube family, so to speak, that they're going through personal issues right now, and that's all well and good, because that's a great reason to be off YouTube, because so many people air everything out on YouTube, and I mean, YouTube, for people like me, YouTube is a hobby, and real life is always going to take precedence. I'm trying to do a daily vlog every day in a row, just for my own head that I've decided to do that. But if there comes a time that I don't do one, it's no skin off my back, because this is just something to do for fun, and I'm just trying to do it the best I can. Real life has just been, I mean, God forbid if I have a huge death in my family or something like that, the last thing I'm going to be thinking about is doing a live stream, you know. My name's not Burger Planet, where I'm just going to have the phone with me and follow me around. I mean, I joke around and say I'm going to do an 8-hour live stream, but I seriously have concerns that I will not want to do that at all. Kentucky Hillbilly, you did that 5.5 minute, what'd you say, 5 minutes, 16 seconds with all the gear. Wow. More power to you, my friend. That is hard. Jen says, I'm actually planting more herbs and getting my garden plants potted so they can go in the garden next day or so. Around here, Jen, I might have said this to you before, I'm not sure, but around here we always have a danger of a frost happening in May. And so the rule of thumb is not to put anything major in the ground until the 15th of May. Some people still go by the old rule of thumb that says Memorial Day, which we all know is closer to the end of May. But so many people go through the trouble of putting their tomato plants and their peppers and cucumbers and whatnot, squash and zucchini and eggplant. They put it all in. They try to get a little jump on it. They put it in by May 1st, and then we get a frost on May 9th or something, and they got to go buy all the plants again. Most people around here buy the plants, honestly. We don't have the kind of... we can't start anything by seed. It takes too long. We don't have that kind of a growing season. 10 miles every day, every other day. Wow. I'd be happy just to be able to walk a mile once a week. I got to get my weight back under control and take some more weight off my ankles. And it's, 1 pound at a time. We're getting there. Yeah, Jen, never move up to New England. The more north you go in New England, the harder it is, and the shorter the summer is too. Because when I lived up in New Hampshire, we still had snow on the ground in April, and it would be left over from the winter, but it would take most of April to melt away. And then May was spring, June was spring, July was very much weather that I would consider summer. June and July kind of a summer. In August, you had the warmer days, and it was already cooling off at night in August. Now, that's so different than where I am now. In southern New Hampshire, southern New England, where August, we don't get the cooler nights in August over here. We still get nice, warmer nights in August. And we still get a lot of humidity in August. And what a difference, 220 miles makes when you're going north. Because, I mean, you can have an 80-degree day in New Hampshire during the day in August, and it'll be 50 at night. I mean, that's kind of comfortable. But over here, it's kind of like 80 during the day, and, it might go down to 65 at night. A lot more comfortable for people like me. Yeah, just horrible. I say horrible. It's not horrible, but what it is, it's like, it to each his own. It's, I was on another live stream where someone said, everything is relative. When someone says, hey, is it cold out? I mean, how do you answer that? The best way to say is, well, it's cold for me, or I don't think so for me. But, I mean, you could be talking to someone who's cold all the time. Drunken One says, August is one of the hottest months here in Texas. I heard from online friends that Texas gets a lot of, they get a lot of humidity. I mean, I could be wrong. I know Texas is big, and it depends if you're southern and north and everything. But, hey, Jen, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Triple digits. Yeah, triple digits. Triple digits. Drunken One. Maybe I'm the drunken one now. But I was told that Texas could have some really, really steamy weather. Ron's always cold. I have an uncle that is always cold. Me, I'm always warm. And I shouldn't say always warm, but more often than not, if someone asks me, is it should I put the heat on? Is it cold in here? More often than not, I'm comfortable inside the house. I'm a t-shirt and jeans type of guy all winter long. And, I wear the flannel shirts when I'm out. I wear them just for extra warmth when I need to go outside or whatever. But in the house, I'm always in short sleeves. I sleep in a pair of sleep shorts all year long. I don't care, January, whatever. I sleep in mostly just a sheet all the time. But that's me. This old stoner, welcome, brother. How are you? I'm having a good day so far. I appreciate you asking. I think everyone in here is having a good day. I can't speak for everyone, but thanks for asking. Drunken One says, sure, here close to the Gulf of Mexico. I bet you get some of those, from the water. Over here, we got the Atlantic Ocean that is, being near the water could definitely affect the weather. Definitely. Ron says, even in the house, I have my North Face windbreaker on. I am, I guess the actual, and this sounds terrible, like I'm putting myself down, but the actual medical term would be morbidly obese is what I am considered. For being 340 pounds, I haven't weighed myself lately. I don't think I've gained weight, but I'm between 330 and 340 pounds. Now, my fat is definitely insulating, but even when I was skinnier, I was always warm. My body temperature is around 96 degrees. It's not 98.6. My normal temperature is 96. I don't know if that means more because my body temperature is lower. That way I resist the cold more. I feel like things are a lot warmer to me than most people, but it's all relative. It's like someone says, hey, do you like that spaghetti? Or how's the spaghetti? I could say good, and someone else could think it's crap. I mean, that's why it's good to say, well, I like it. It's good for me, good to me, or whatever. Is it cold outside? Well, it's cold to me, or not to me, or whatever. I don't know. 66 Fahrenheit right now, Drunken One says. You're not fat, you're fluffy. I'm fluffy. I'm like that comedian Fluffy. What was his name? Gabriel, was it Iglesias? Stingray's back phone. Yeah, my phone happens at the worst time. Like, I'm sitting down watching a movie and my uncle will call or something. It's not like a worst time, but it's like, all day long no one called me. Now I'm finally sitting down, someone calls me. Kentucky Hillbilly says, I love to help others. And you know what? Definitely do something in your life where you feel you're doing that. Because being a police officer, helping others, you'll never feel like you're working if you're doing what you love. 802 Vids is here. What's up? Much love. Thank you so much. Welcome. This old stoner says, I tried filming on my phone. Hot mess. That's all I have right now. I don't have a camera that is a a digital camera that does this type of thing. Maybe in the future, but yeah, it heats up like crazy sometimes. Stingray says, gonna drop a high performance Hurst shifter in the vet. Wow. On the phone with mechanic. Wow. See, have stuff that you enjoy. Like Stingray has a Stingray. It's a beautiful car. It says pride and joy. Don't wait. Everyone should have, so many people says, oh, maybe tomorrow. But then you wake up and, you're 43 years old and it's like, I should have did things when I was younger, but I never did. And long story made short, there's no time like the present. Have the stuff that you want now because there's no guarantee on tomorrow. Have fun, but have the things that you want. If you don't like where you live, and move. I should be, I'm in and out with this connection, guys. I apologize. This connection is in and out all of a sudden. But, yeah, I was supposed to be in an apartment for 2 or 3 years. I ended up staying 13 years because I ended up getting comfortable. Reminds me a lot of a certain mask I own. Strangers here. Hey, my PB&J buddy. I don't have PB&J today. I have turkey and mustard for my supper which you usually don't see. You see whole wheat bread, but I have whole white bread, which it's kind of, it's all right. Whole wheat bread's better. But thanks for being here, Metro Sonic. Stingray says, got the shifter from Summit Ron. But yes, that's a new mechanic. He specializes in hot rods. Because Stingray will tell you, if you need any major work done and you have an older classic car, be prepared for them to not want to work on it. Because their expression shouldn't be AA, beep, beep, MCO. It should be, I can't, it won't, and we don't want to. Because getting them to work on his vet was like trying to pull teeth, unfortunately. He had a lot of headaches from them. They had his vet for 2 months. And I think he said they still didn't get all the kinks out of it. Kentucky Hillbilly says, I got promoted because the academy instructor is my chief. He wanted me another position. Cool. Awesome. We don't want to. That's right. That's Stingray. I hope I wish you a lot of success with your new mechanic. Metro Sonic says, hey, no problem. I've been very busy and being consistently to provide more entertainment. Just post a new video about the mysterious cat. Oh, wow, cool. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. I never say it right. I gotta remember that. I never remember it right. My head is like a sieve sometimes. It never used to be that way, but that's part of getting older, my mother says. Unfortunately. I could probably remember what I had for supper 3 nights ago, but I can't remember something good like that. The man's prayer. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. Strange says, sorry, I'm watching friends play Bloodborne, but I'm here to say hi, buddy. Thank you, Strange. I appreciate it. I loved your live stream over the weekend. It's good hearing your voice. It's good to have a voice to go with a face. You have a very nice voice, very feminine voice. Thank you so much. Mark says, time to load up my tools. Just want to say goodbye. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Metro Sonic says, I'm aging when my birthday is within 14 days. Well, let me tell you, seriously, birthdays, I never understood how people, when they got older, they used to kind of blow off their birthday a little bit more. And then I realized I got to a certain age and I started to feel the same way. Like, birthdays were not the fun time that they used to be. Birthdays, not only did it mean I was getting a year older, but it also meant that a lot of the people that I loved were no longer here to celebrate with me. Grandparents pass away, aunts and uncles pass away, people move away, cousins that you grew up with now live 300 miles away, and they're not going to come to a birthday party when you're turning 40 or whatever. But when you want to have a 40th birthday party and no one throws you one because there wouldn't be anybody to show up, I mean, that's kind of, it's a big downer. And it gets to the point where a birthday for me is just a reminder of so much negativity too, because you're missing so many people and you've lost so many people, and it's not quite the same. So I can understand how people go through losses and stuff and then they never want to have a Christmas tree again. And I never understood that until you go through a major loss, and it just doesn't mean the same thing that it used to mean. But yeah, getting older, it's how you look at it, and I tend to look at it as best I can, but there's always that little bit of, I don't have any kids. I have none of that to take the place in my life of when you lose people that are older, and it's not the greatest feeling in the world. But and I liked the pea soup yesterday on your other channel. That was yeah. I filmed that last week, and I left it on private. When I upload it, I leave it on private to get all the kinks out, and then I make it public. And then I'm thinking, no one put any comments, and I'm like, I left it on private for like 5 days before I put it out. Kelly Paulson, welcome. Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you showing up. Stingray says I need an abacus to figure out how old I am. I used to have one of those. I was probably still in my mother's attic. Kelly, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. You're welcome here anytime at all. Metro says I still provide birthday videos as well as keep in touch with others on other social medias from my family, friends from elementary school and high school and even college, plus people I used to work. Yeah, that's all great, and I've done a lot of that. But I learned that the longer time goes by, the easier it is for people to not write as much. And then I got to the point where I was the only one ever writing for them to write back. And then it's like, well, if I have to be the only one to reach out constantly, then you know what? I don't have that time either. If I can find, if I can find 2 seconds to write a text, and it takes a week for someone to get back to me, I mean, they don't have 2 seconds, especially with the talk to text feature and everything. And let me tell you something else. This is another thing that I noticed. If someone is always on the phone texting when they're with you, but then when you text them, they take 3 days to get back to you, then something's wrong. Does anybody know people like that? Because I do. I know people that the whole time they're with you, they're on their phone texting. But then you'll say hi to them on a text or whatever. Hey, how you doing? And 3 days later, they get back, fine. I say, no, I'm not asking you on Thursday. I was asking you on Monday. Something's up. Sometimes I was just so sick of being the one to always have to reach out. To friends especially, that, you kind of lost touch with a little bit. But anyway. Ron says I can count to 21 if I use my fingers and take off my socks and drop my bed. That's one of my staples. My boss never understands when I tell him I can count to 21 if I get naked. He thinks I have like, I don't know, 11 toes or something. Olivia, my little sister, welcome. Good to see you. Kelly's going to be 38 in November. Kelly, I would never know by looking at your YouTube picture. You look very, very young. I thought you were like a college student. That's just my 2 cents. Olivia, how you doing? Hope everything's okay. Stingray says, that's not as bad as going to see a proctologist and he sticks his... Oh my goodness. His finger in your mouth. Oh my goodness. That is gross. I love it. It's so gross. I love it. I'm going to take a sip of my very, very cold decaf here. That's going to be disgusting, but almost as disgusting as that joke, but I love it. Olivia's doing bad. I want to see Olivia doing good one of these times. How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm at work, about to have to go in about 20 minutes or so. I started a little bit earlier than 2:30 p.m. here, so I can end it a little bit earlier. Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, I loved Rodney Dangerfield. Rodney Dangerfield jokes, they stand up. I mean, considering he got more popular as he got older, but especially during the 70s and 80s, but Stingray says it's snowing like crap there. We're getting that, Sting. Let me tell you, it's coming tonight after dark. It's going to start over here. I'm not looking forward to it. They're talking about 6 inches at least. Oh, you went to Rodney's grave. That's right. Wasn't it the one that's in L.A.? That's, what do they call it? They call it the hidden grave, but it's not the hidden grave. It's just if you know where it is, it's there. Where Don Knotts is and everything like that. How long has it been snowing in your area? It's going to be snowing. We haven't got any snow yet today. But it's supposed to, Metro, it's supposed to start snowing sometime after dark. I guess get heavy around 10 p.m. and then snow for a good 14 hours, really heavy. They're saying it could drop anywhere between 3 inches and a foot, depending on the area, but I'm hoping, we're usually right in the middle of that, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping they're wrong. I just don't want. I'm so sick of the snow. I'm so sick of shoveling. So sick of throwing my back out. I'm overweight. I do a lot of shoveling. The mail won't, unless I shovel off the front. I have a small deck where you have to go up in the front of my house. It's a small deck with 5 steps to the deck where the mailbox is. If I don't shovel enough on that deck and a path from the street, they won't deliver my mail. So even stupid stuff like that, I don't care if it's just an inch. If I don't shovel it, they won't deliver. You know, they have that thing too. I can't, it won't, we don't deliver. I guess it's a safety thing, but it's so stupid. I'm just so sick of the snow. Last time we got 6 inches of snow, the next day was 65 degrees and it all melted away. I can live with that. I could live with that a lot. Westwood Cemetery, Stingray said. I got to remember that too. Looks like a blizzard here. Oh, gosh. Stay safe, Sting. I mean, this is the type of weather people forget how to drive in. Sharon Bowes is still here. Sharon is a very, very nice lady that I met last week that found me through other friends and family that she has here. And you're always welcome here, Sharon. You're a very positive person. I like that a lot. I will, Metro. My worst concern today is going to be once I have to start throwing my trash away at work here. Having to keep the door pegged open with the wind and walk the 40 feet to the dumpster without slipping. That they probably won't, depending on how cold it gets, they won't be icing that. They won't be throwing the ice melt down for a while. Yeah, over here, Sting, like most places, it sticks to the grass first, and then it starts sticking to the pavement and everything. And I'm just not looking forward to it at all. Again, just the fact I'm going to be at work and have to drive in it later is even worse. They've already canceled school in Providence. I got the email updates. I signed up for the email and the text updates for Providence because I work in Providence. So that way I know if the school buses are going to be out and everything, because sometimes you have to leave even earlier to get to work if the school buses are out. And the fact that they've canceled all public schools in Providence, that helps if I do come to work tomorrow. If they don't want us to come to work, they'll tell us. If there's a state of emergency, they'll tell us. Most likely, if I stay home tomorrow, I'll have to use a sick day or a vacation day or something, and that's probably what I'm going to end up doing if it gets to be too much, because they won't have it all off the roads in time, and it's going to be terrible. I hate having to waste a day for that, but I kind of tell myself, if you're productive at home or you use it as a rest day, it's more of a I don't feel as bad. That's how I put it. There's a coworker of mine over here that he's got to be 80 years old. They can't force him out, but he's having a harder and harder time to get everything done. But he owes back taxes. His car died, and he can't register another car until he pays the taxes. And I guess it's over $2,000. See, I don't know I've never done anything like this. He can't buy another car, so he has to take an Uber every time he comes to work. And it's like, I mean, is that really... I mean, it's like taking a cab. I mean, you can take a cab to and from work. He lives legitimately about 6 minutes away by car. But still, to have to go and take an Uber every single day to and from work. Never has the money to pay for anything, yet he's at work. I hope that's not me someday. That's all I gotta say. I hope it's not me someday. Sharon is good people. Yeah, she comes across, I saw that right away, Sting. Metro says we have to do what's best and necessary when it comes to severe weather. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we have to deal with it because we can't change it. Olivia has to walk 1.5 miles to school. They don't have school buses over there, Olivia? Wow. There's probably different laws in your country. Over here, if it's, I think, anything over 1 mile, they have buses. I think that's the way it is anyway. I might be homeschooled soon. Sharon sounds like a good one. I love Southern expressions. I try to use Southern expressions whenever I can. What was that one that I liked? Mad as a wet hen. Is that the one I heard? I don't know if that's how far Southern that is, but... Ooh, she was mad as a wet hen. Wow, what was that? Sort of big bang. Sounded like somebody dropped a wheelbarrow off a roof or something. Boom! I don't know, the other day when they were doing the dumpsters. They usually do the dumpsters early in the morning, and then I think last Friday they were doing the dumpsters. It was crazy, doing them at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I wonder why that happened. Metro says, in my area, every store, gas station, and restaurant are only 2 minutes away from my apartment. Wow. Oh my goodness. Stingray says, I was almost homeschooled once. It's called being expelled. Yeah, I can remember being in high school, and I was very embarrassed that I had never been suspended. And for me, I was like, I told this one kid, I says, I want to get suspended so bad. And he's like, well, I'll let you hit me if you want. He was like a Sylvester Stallone type. Well, I'll let you drop me if you want. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm like, no, I don't want to get suspended that bad, to have that on my record that I just hit somebody for no reason. Stingray never got expelled. Yeah, I was always the kid with the glasses that did good in math, that was tall and skinny, the tallest kid in class, 6 foot tall at 12 years old, 119 pounds. Got picked on all the time, either because I was too smart, or I wasn't athletic enough, or I wore glasses. I mean, isn't that enough? Just wearing glasses is enough. I mean, you know how kids are. They're so wonderful. Kids pick on you for the stupidest reasons. I got picked on like crazy in school. I always get kicked out for fights because people fight. Olivia, you're 14 years old. Why do they pick on you? I mean, you get suspended from school, you get sent home because of fighting. Oh, luckily that's never been me. I never got suspended or expelled, as I avoid rivalry and danger during high school. I went to a small high school up in New Hampshire where it was one of those, like, not one room with kindergarten through 12th grade, like Little House on the Prairie, but it was like one school where one side of the school was kindergarten through 6th grade and the other side was 7th through 12th. That was terrible. It just wasn't used to that type of thing. But yeah, these kids all knew each other, and then I'm one of the newbies, and I didn't get picked on in high school. Well, not as much. It was more like junior high. Actually, I kind of did, come to think of it. Stingray's going, actually, I kind of did, come to think of it. Or Olivia, maybe because I speak another language and people have an advantage. But in Europe, it seems like so many people are bilingual, trilingual, quadrilingual, quintolingual. It's not like here in the United States that we can't even understand each other. We have so many dialects of all the same English that we have a hard time. Even though I have encountered some rivals in high school when they were my enemies until they became great allies. You know what? That's kind of like an American thing, I think. So many people in America, the people that they were, like, they fought with the most in high school become their best friends. It's like there's a fine line between love and hate. Stingray says, I got in a fight with the principal when I was in 4th grade. True story. Ask Sharon. Sharon, is that true? I mean, I believe it. But he said, ask Sharon. She'll say, right on. Olivia, I hope you're feeling better, though. I mean, when it comes to health, it's something that can't be. It can't be. It can't be faked. Health, either you have it or you don't, and when you don't have it, you know. Like I always say, when something's going wrong inside my body, I'm usually the first person to know about it. Unless it's like a skin condition, and other people are going to be the first people to know about it. If I start turning purple and green, well, I probably won't know unless I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm a Libra, so I'm usually looking in the mirror almost, 3 out of every 5 seconds. I'm looking at myself, so I probably would be the first one. Sharon says, I know nothing. Oh, no. Stingray says, I got sent to a psychologist. That's when they figured out it kind of wacky. Sharon says, Sharon is pleading the 5th. Stingray, Sharon is pleading the 5th. Kinda. Well, maybe it wasn't really expelled. It was more like a kind of some extra time off, Ron. Fighting with the principal. My principal was the nicest guy, but he had the loudest voice, and he was scary. When I was in elementary school, his name was Mr. Gibalario. Was it Gibalario or Gibalario? I guess it was depending on how you pronounce it. Mr. Gibalario. And He looked like one of those guys that could shave and still look like he had a 5 o'clock shadow. He was one of those people that the older you got, the more you understood him. But because he had this towering voice to get everyone's attention, everyone like feared him a little bit. But he I guess that's just being a principal, he had to do that. But he was such a nice guy. I wonder whatever happened to him. My 4th grade teacher eventually became principal the year after I left elementary school. His name was Mr. Madphonian. And yeah, these names are on here, huh? Gibalario, Madphonian, Koshin. I had a teacher, Miss Koshin. Yeah. But some of there was, at the time, there was a shortage of male teachers. So more often than not, the male teachers got more promoted than the female. I don't know. Metro says, wacky tacky, they say. Haha, weather's not bad here in USA, but in some areas it gets snow. Yeah. Stingray says it was in the 60s. TMI. Ron says, I almost went to jail once when I was 11 for throwing an M80 into a drive-in movie concession stand. Whoa! Not you, Ron! I can't believe it. You're officially my hero now, Ron. Ron, you are the man. You and Stingray have done some stuff that I never would have did in school. Never, ever, ever. Or even in life, I mean. Instead, he took me home and told my parents would have rather went to jail. Oh, my dad was one of those that just would make the mouth thing. When he was pissed off at you, he did the... I kind of... My mother says my mouth kind of does the same thing. It's like... Well, you see the bottom teeth a little bit. Like... Look at you sideways a little bit. Like... Oh. Hated that look. I knew I was in trouble. Knew I was in trouble when I got the look. Just talking out of turn got me the look. Who am I kidding? My principal's name was Mr. Makowski. Makowski. Did they call him Mr. Mac? If we ever have a meetup, I'll be doing naked cannonballs in the pool at 3 a.m. Cannonball! Well, if I did a cannonball in the pool, naked or not, it would probably take most of the water out of that pool. Because my cannonballs are devastating. Of course, I can't even get my arms around my knees. Who am I kidding? Now that I could see, Sharon says. Now that I could see. That's funny. That is absolutely funny. Well, guys, I got to stay another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to have to end this. I got to get in a few minutes early today. But that's funny stuff. That is funny stuff. I'm the type of person that I would live in a pool if I could, or live in the ocean. I mean, I spent so much time on boats and stuff. I love the water. My brother taught me the secret. Stingray says. I just love swimming. I love being in the water. I love all that stuff. I haven't had a pool since I was a kid. I used to go to a place in New Hampshire that had a pool at the motel. And I would love it. I'm the type that, I would just want to stay in the pool all day long, but of course you can't. But half of the place, they had cabins and they had a motel unit. And very, very small place. They had like 9 cabins and I think 8 motel units, all connected, all one floor. And then they had a fire in the room I used to always take. And I'm pretty anal about certain things. And the room I used to take was room 15. They had 17 rooms, and I used to take room 15. And I had a lot of memories in that room 15. And then they had a fire, and most of the motel units, they had to all redo them. And I found somewhere else to stay because I had to. It took, I don't know, with insurance, it took forever for them to redo everything. And I knew it was never going to be the same, so I found somewhere else to stay. And the new place didn't have a pool. But I like the new place a lot more. It's more centralized in the small town. You could walk to almost anything because you're almost right downtown. Some of these small towns in New Hampshire, you're practically, downtown is where everything is. There's nothing else. Everything's downtown and everywhere else is just houses or whatever. But I mean, to be right next to a little convenience store and post office and everything else that you need, it's within walking distance. And I go during the summer. So long story made short, new place didn't have a pool, but they had a membership to a condo, which was just practically right behind it, just a little bit. You can still walk there. the first 2 years I stayed, they had a condo membership with the pool there, a big indoor pool instead of an outdoor pool. And that was fun because they had the jacuzzi there, sauna, they had all that. Well, then guess what? That burned down. And the motel ended up selling, and the new people never got a membership. But it didn't matter anyway because there was no more pool. So now when I go up there, I have to swim in the lakes and stuff, and it's not quite the same. And it's a little bit harder. But I miss it. Someday I'm going to have a pool. I don't care if I have to go to Walmart and blow it up myself. I don't care. And I'm not talking about boom. I'm talking about, with the air. But anyway. Thanks for listening to my little story. I appreciate it. Stingray can float like a turd. I always say I float like... what do I say? There's another expression. Float. Fat floats. But even when I was skinny, I can't die for nothing. I'm right back up to the top. It's even more like that now. Water parks are cool. Where I go, there's just way too many lines. He's still doing them, Sharon says. Feet hanging out of the water and everything. Only time I floated was when I went to the Dead Sea after seeing Petra. Asked him what the secret is for making the biggest splash. It's a highly guarded secret. We always won the Fat Guys contest at Pop's Pool. High salt content, Ron. Yep. Extremely had a shower for 30 minutes to get it all off. Bathing suit was ruined. Wow. Oh my goodness. I know a guy that's so old he remembers when the Dead Sea was still dying. Old joke. On that note, I gotta go, guys. I'm real sorry I have to call this. We had a great group in here. Love you all. Glad to see everyone. And I say this a lot, whether you were here the entire time, whether you just dropped in for a minute, I appreciate it all very much. You guys, you rock, you roll. You're the light in my cloudy, overcast day where we're going to get snow. But you guys are always welcome. 100% always welcome. I'll see you guys soon. I'll try to catch everyone that does live streams and everything. YouTube is still crazy with all of these notification problems, but I'm streamlining. Put the streamline in the coconut. I'm streamlining my YouTube page and getting rid of a lot of people that had added me. I don't know who added me. A lot of them are private, but the ones that I added that I'll never watch their channels, I'm streamlining a lot of that. But my little sister Olivia, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Stingray says, Sharon, you put me and Tim together. It's like a dumpster fire. Well, thanks for being here, guys. I love you all. Take care. See you all soon. Drunken One, thanks for being here since the beginning, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know sometimes you come in, it's right at the end, but you hear the whole time. Thanks for listening. You guys are awesome. Take care. Love you all. This chat will still be here for a couple of minutes, at least after I end this, so if you want to keep talking, continue. That's okay. Gotta go to work. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.